Hi, this is Nicole Christie from the Christie Law Firm. We are a firm dedicated to working with families who are dealing with child protection issues. And April happens to be National Child Abuse Prevention Month. And so it's curious that it's this kind of month this month, and this is exactly the type of thing that we deal with. So I just wanted to do a series of videos about child abuse prevention and just really how it's even defined by the Department of Children and Families here in Connecticut and probably in most other states. So child abuse in and of itself covers a lot of different areas, and also, especially in Connecticut, it includes topics of neglect. And oftentimes what I explain to clients is that neglect in and of itself is not just leaving a child home alone or not feeding them or leaving them in the car by themselves during the summer or a cold winter, but it encompasses things that actually places the child at risk. So just when you think about child abuse and neglect itself, understand that each child protection agency has a long list of what that means. They can cover everything from physical abuse, that's serious physical abuse where children are hurt or unfortunately killed due to child abuse. It could also include just leaving marks or bruises due to discipline. It can include emotional neglect or emotional abuse, treating a child in a certain kind of way that diminishes that child, their expectations, just who they are as an individual. Emotional abuse is pretty difficult to define. There is also different types of neglect. It could be medical neglect, not taking a child to the hospital when they need to be, or following through with recommendations from a clinician or a doctor. Emotional neglect, not meeting the child's mental health needs. There is also educational neglect, not taking the child to school, or sometimes not following through with school expectations. So there is a long list of different types of abuse and neglect, and it's good to be at least familiar with those different types. We do have some other videos on our YouTube channel that we go into the definitions a little bit more, but the more knowledgeable you are is the more prepared you can be. In the state of Connecticut, you are allowed to physically discipline your child, but it has to have within a certain type of parameter, and so it's very good to just be educated on that. I do think after a while physical discipline just doesn't work. You have to think of something else because kids react differently to different types of stimuli, different types of discipline. So the more educated, as I've been saying, is just the better for yourself. And so if you are ever contacted by DCF and you're charged with neglect, or there was a report of neglect or abuse, always ask them what it is specifically so that you can then look up that definition for yourself. Typically there is a website. I know here in Connecticut there is a website for definitions of abuse, so that you are educated on how to respond and see if it even meets the criteria for abuse or neglect. And once again, we are here to help. You can always contact our office and we'll do everything we can within our power to be able to assist you. Take care.